Alright, hey guys. So today is Friday, and I talked about this in my last video. So first off, what we're drinking today is Abita. I think that's how you say it. It's a pretty good brewery. It's a Louisiana one, and this is their strawberry lager. I've had quite a few different ones from this company before. I remember I had one time like a grape one that was really good from them. And I saw this in the store and I was like, oh man, strawberry, why not? We might have to open another one though during the shave. But I figure Friday, have a couple beers with my midday shave. Oh wow, man. Losing track of time, guys, since I've been retired, but it's 1:30 in the afternoon, so. But what I was saying is, I talked about my last shave. What I thought about doing is, instead of going to my back shelf and just randomly picking a soap set that I wanted to use, instead what I'm going to start doing is just go to the right side of the shelf, pick that first tub, and we're just going to keep going until we reach all of them. One, I think that's a cool idea because I will be using different soaps then in my videos. Because I have used some of the same soaps in my videos, and I have a lot of soaps that I haven't videotaped. And also, more importantly, it's kind of like how I've been using a razor for almost like about a week straight or ish to see if I like it or if it's time to move it. I think the soap thing, it'll make the process a lot faster. I've been doing that with my soaps anyways. If I use it once, I'm like, I use it twice, I don't like it. I put it to the side, and that will be like a sell pile. But I think this might be a faster way to do it because, again, I have noticed that I will use some of the same soaps, knowing that I like them just because I like the scent that much. So some soaps might not get used for like months at a time. And if that's the case, I probably don't like them. But that's my general thought process. So today's, I don't think this is going to be a move. This is one of those ones that I think is bold and banging. And the soap base is pretty good from what I remember, so I'm looking forward to trying it again to see how I like it. And today that's going to be First Line Shave, Illustrious Oud. And the label art on this, sick. Dope as fuck, man. Like, look at that. And this is supposed to be a dupe off of, it's an EDP. It has a lot of, like, similar artwork on the bottle. I can't even think of it now. I can't think of the dupe it's supposed to be of. Maybe in the shave it'll come up to my head. Sometimes, I just forget things. I'm getting old, people. I'm 39. We do have the matching splash. And what I think is really cool about First Line Shave is I only have two soaps from him. I have this one and I have the Weight. But both of them, he does really unique, like he outsources unique bottles for them. So like this one, it's like a blue and then it goes up to a clear color, the bottle itself. So that's not the liquid, that's the bottle. And I mean, that matches the artwork perfectly. And I just think that's so, so cool. So I don't know, that it just, to me, that takes a couple extra steps on his end. And, I don't know. I don't know, does the colored bottles cost a little bit more? I'm not sure. But I know that First Line Shave, no matter what, like the pricing isn't bad. He's at about your standard cost, maybe a little bit less than your standard cost. had to let the dog. Actually, you know what? Give me one more second. I'm going to shut the door. Had to let my little dude, Great Dane, in because he likes to bark at other people's dogs when they walk by the RV. I really hope this lighting, I don't know what it is lately, but even when I turn on the light, I don't know if that makes it better or not. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna try with the lighting this video and see how that does. I've noticed the last couple of videos, it hasn't been the best quality of picture. And again, I am on my iPhone 8. I do upload this in like 1080p or whatever the highest resolution that is offered through the downloading program. But anyways, matching splash razor for today because we've been using that Gillette Slim. I'm going to make my decision in the next day or two if I'm going to move it or keep it. It did work really good in that last video, which was the last time I used it, using the Illume block, so I could adjust the doors to adjust the settings on it. But at the same point, like, that kind of annoys me that I have to use a block of Illume just to utilize the razor during a shave. It shouldn't be like that to me. But I moved on to this one. This is somewhat of a newer razor in my den. I think this is, yeah, this is my newest razor. I have a new razor on the way. I'm not sure when I'll get here because I didn't get tracking for it. But it might be here already. It might be at the post office today. I'm going to go to the post office probably tomorrow, which is probably a bad idea on a Saturday. But I didn't want to go today and not be there because the post office is about 30 minutes away of where it has to go to. And I'm actually moving my RV on Monday. So I'm not sure if I'll go on Monday or not. Maybe I will go Monday though. I don't know. So that razor though, maybe I'll have that on my next video. We'll see if I have it yet. If not, I'm not going to say what razor it is yet. But anyways, this is going to be the Alpha Outlaw Evo Evoultion in titanium. This one is a little special though. He made two of these ones. It's called Galaxy. And that's because, as you can tell, it's been anodized in like a galaxy look. And again, it looks much better in person. And there you can see the little Alpha logo, the Alpha logo there as well. Great looking razor. I love the handle. I love the knurling. I love the weight of it. The blade of choice today is going to be a Wizamet. It's on its third use. Will be its last use. And this razor, though, it's in that category of the Carve Overlander of my Tatara Masamune of... Yeah, those are the only ones now because I got rid of the Winning Razor version 1. But medium efficiency with being smooth. And I usually prefer a more high efficient razor like the Blackbird TI, like my Wolfman, like my Rocknail Sailor. And get on bed. Bed. Yeah, get on up there, dude. Get up there. Come on. Little dude just standing here. And I'm not sure if I need 3 razors of medium efficiency that are smooth. And, you know I say that and some people will try to, like, bust my balls or make fun of me and be like, oh, well, you have, 7 B14s or you have 60 brushes. And the reason is because that's not my favorite style of razor. Like, if it was a high efficiency, super smooth, like the Blackbird TI, like the Wolfman WR2, I would probably say like 3, 4, 5, I wouldn't mind of that type of razor. But this style of razor, I don't know, I'm enjoying them more as of lately. But at the same time, again, I'm not sure, it's not really my favorite style of razor. I like something a little bit more efficient than these. So, like all my razors, they're all on the chopping block, and this week we'll kind of see how this one goes. This one was a little more pricey than those other ones because it's titanium and because it's the Galaxy resin. Don't quote me on it. I can't remember off the top of my head how much I spend on it because a lot of times I don't remember things like that. I'd have to go look at like bank account transactions and things like that and emails. But I think I got it for like $400 with the stand, and the stand is also anodized with it. I can't remember what these go for, but they're cheaper on the Alpha website because they're not anodized like this one, right? Again, there was only 2 of these ones made. I have one. I know the gentleman that has the other one. And overall, it's been a great razor. We'll see again today. Enough on the razor. I talked about the soap. What we have over here, soaking, and it's funny, I didn't mean for it to match as well as it does, but it's going to be my Turn and Shave H5. And you can see the handle actually matches quite well. I think he originally called this Pour Disco. It's like green, neon green, red. There's a little yellow in there. There's blue. Really great, great looking handle. And the longer I've owned it, the more I've enjoyed how well it looks. And it looks so much better in person because those colors come out so much brighter in person. Again, it is H5, so it's high density, and it's batch 5 hair. Great, great hair. And we do have the soap blooming over here because it's not super hard, but it's hard enough to where I wanted to bloom it. And again, I told you guys in the past, I like blooming all my stuff. So I hope everybody's doing well and this video finds you well. And this scent, just bold and banging. Right now it's filling the room. It's a hard scent to describe though, right? So it's like this really sweet oud smell. And I'm not sure how close of a dupe it is to the EDP. Frontline shave, First Line Shave also does have a matching EDP for this. And it's pretty cheap. It's like 35 bucks for a small little bottle. And I did own it. I enjoyed the scent of it enough to where I was like, yeah, I want to get the matching EDP. I ended up getting rid of the EDP though. And the reason why isn't because the scent wasn't great. But for me personally, it just didn't seem to last very long. I felt like it only lasted about an hour. And then I was spraying more. And again, it is cheap, like 30 some dollars. So, you know, I guess it is what it is, right? But I just felt like, personally for me, I don't want to have an EDP, EDC, EDT, whatever the hell you want to call it, a cologne, where I'm having to have to spray it every hour to smell it. Like, just not my jam, people. If an EDP just is not that strong, then it's just not for me, and I'm willing to move it. It's the same thing with like soaps. I've told you guys I like bold and banging, and like my shaving soaps, if they're not bold and banging, like if I'm not in love with the scent, I'm going to move them. Like I don't have room anymore to just to keep things because I'm like, oh okay, it's kind of good. I'm not going to soak this one because this lather is already kind of pretty moisturized. I can tell you right now, H5, so batch 5 hair from Turn and Shave is my favorite. It is super soft. It is super natural with no gel. It dries soft to the touch. And even his high density, I mean, look at that. Like, See how easy it splays? And it just feels really luxurious on the head. It doesn't feel too much to me. Like, I've had some high density brushes that did feel like too much, like his M1, and I still own it, but it is a little too dense for me. M1 is too dense for me. M2 was also too dense for me. My M2, I did move that. My M1, I haven't moved it yet. And the reason I haven't moved my M1 yet is because, man, I just love that Galaxy handle that it's in. And I have thought about, I might actually end up not selling, but sending that M1 to Milton at Turn and Shave for him to give me a new knot in it. But anyways, batch 5 hair is great. And H5 is phenomenal. Like this, it's just so soft. Has a slight little light scrub to it. And this looks like it could still use a little bit more water. As you can see, this lather is coming together quite easily. It does have a nice density to it that I like Declaration Grooming density, A&E density, House of Mammoth, Zingari Man. It's that level of density, which to me is like that medium, mid-structure to high structure density, and I just love that. It makes the shave feel so much more luxurious. And I think we're good there. Still quite a bit of lather, but honestly, I might have not loaded enough for a good 3 passes. Today I think I am going to do a cleanup afterwards. I don't know if I'll do it on video yet or not. We're just dumping the razor in. And this thing is just a smooth sailor, like. You know, I get it. That's why people like this kind of category razor, right? Of medium efficiency but smooth, because you can kind of just be on autopilot with the razor and not really worry about much. You don't have to really pay attention. And you can also, if you wanted to, kind of buff over spots, which buffing over spots is like, you know, usually you do like, people are like, oh, one pass. One pass is just you go once, right? But the thing is, most people don't just go once, right? See, they do this. They go over a couple times over the same spots. And what that is that's basically buffing. You're going over multiple times over the same spot. And with a medium efficiency razor, as long as it's smooth, you can do that and have no issues. Like, you shouldn't have any irritation or anything like that. I mean, of course, your skin may vary. But personally, usually I can. See, like, I can tell you right now that, like, comparing this to my shaves over the last couple of days with that Gillette Slim, this is so much more enjoyable. Like, I love the looks of that Gillette Slim, especially in the revamped gold. It looks so great, especially like on my shave of the day pictures. And I know that's kind of silly to say, but it does. And it's just so cool that it's so old. You know, it's from 1966. But this is so much more enjoyable. And I know they are a little different because, you know, the Slim is an adjustable, where this isn't. But even my Rocknail Sailor. That's an adjustable modern razor. It's just so much more enjoyable of a razor to use. I feel like I'm getting a better quality shave. Right now, I feel like it's just easier. I don't have to worry about having an illume block out. And see, you know, this is why medium efficiencies are really well liked amongst the community. And I don't know, I don't have a lot of razors, but I also don't have like only one or two. Like right now, DE wise, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 razors altogether. One of those being single edge, being the Vector from Blackland. Two of those being adjustables, the Rocknail Sailor and the Gillette Slim. And then if I count straight razors, I have one straight razor, so that would be number 11. And then I have, like I said, I have that one razor on the way, which would make me having 11 double edge razors. Well, I guess, you know, the Vector's a single edge. So I guess I have 9 DEs and one single edge, and then one straight razor. And that first pass went fast. Went fast and went good. The scent strength on this, I would give this, I'll give this a 7 or an 8. It's pretty bold and banging. And again, I like the ease of use with the lather. I like how easy it is to load. We'll see on the post-shave feel. But from what I remember, it wasn't the best post-shave feel. And I can already tell you, just by this, my next pass I am going to have to load again. Because also, like I said, I am going to do a cleanup afterwards. I mean, I guess I could use a different brush for the cleanup. And I guess I could even use a different scent. But lately, it's just been a little easier that after I'm done shaving my head, I use the same brush that already has the lather built in it, and then I use it on my face. Ooh. Yes. Yes. And you know, again, I am a daily shaver, so, you know, do I need really the most aggressive razors? Probably not. But there's just something great to me about a really efficient razor that's really smooth. You know, like my Wolfman WR2 1.55 and my Blackbird Titanium. They're as smooth as this. They're as smooth as the Carve to me, but they're just so much more efficient. Like, I get a much closer shave that lasts longer. And this would be a hard razor for me to move, to be honest. It's just, I think I like it more than my other razors in this category because of the weight. Like, I like the Carve Overlander. I really do. It's a great looking razor. It's really fucking smooth. And it's decently efficient, right? I feel like this one might be a little bit more efficient. Don't quote me on that though. You know, your miles may vary, but I really do feel like the Evoultion Ti from Outlaw. I really do feel like this is a little bit more efficient than the Carve Overlander, and it's a better weight. So my weight preference, I've said in other videos, but I'll say it again, it's about 40 to 45 grams to about 80 to 85 grams. That is my sweet spot. And this is right in there. Where the Carve Overlander, I want to say it's like 100 or 105 grams, so it's a little outside of it. The Tatara Masamune, it's about 85, so it's right on the high end of that. This, I honestly can't remember what the weight of this is. I mean, you can go onto the Alpha site and it'll show you what the weight is. And I know, you know, some people might not want to hear that. They might be like, oh, you should have looked it up before making the video. And you're right, I probably should have. But shit happens. And but I know it's definitely less than 80 grams. I can tell you this. It's less weight than my Masamune. It feels about in line with the Blackbird TI, if I had to guess. So I would say it's probably in the 60 grams-ish weight. And that's just me guessing. Don't quote me on that, people. Like I said, we're going to go back to the puck. And the main reason we're doing this is because I want to do a face cleanup after this. And I think that will be enough. And so far as you guys can see, like, I have no complaints about the base from First Line Shaves. And I don't know if he has like multiple. Yeah, so this is the 3.0 base, which might be kind of hard to see right there. It's right there because my iPhone 8 sucks at zooming. But it's, yeah, FLS 3.0 base. So it's the 3.0 base. I've only tried the 3.0 base. I don't know if there was like, was the last base 2.0 or was it 2.5? I don't know. 3.0 base is great. Again, you guys see right now, it's working phenomenal. It's building a lather easily, but it's dense, gets into a nice yogurt type style. It's everything I look for and like and enjoy in a base. And again, I only have 2 soaps from him, right? But they're both super unique scents that you can't find anywhere else. And see, like, that's what I was talking about in my last video, that, you know, some artisans, like, I get them, and I might not have a lot of soaps from them, but that doesn't mean that they're bad. That just means that there's only a couple scents maybe that I liked from them. This one's a banger. It's bold, it's banging. The other one that I have from them is the weight. Again, man, that one's bold and banging too. Everything about this shave right now is going phenomenal. Like this is my ideal of how I like shaves to go. They're just going flawless. It's enjoying. I can slow down. I'm smelling the beautiful scent the whole time. And again, this scent is, it's hard to explain, man. It's just a really sweet, beautiful oud. Like, sweet and resonant. Is that how you say it? Resonance? Resin, right? It's like it has a really beautiful resin scent to it. Look at that. Yeah, man. Third pass, people. This, again, Alpha, Outlaw, Evoultion Ti. Fucking great razor, man. And yeah, you might not be able to get this one in the Galaxy. You could always send it to a company, though, for them to do this kind of work to it. You know, it just comes in a polished, which looks great, too. I would not mind of owning it in a polish. And, you know, I could always think about maybe doing that. I could always think about, like, selling this one, because this one was quite a bit more than the, just the regular Ti, I think. And I could just get the regular Ti in the full polish. But I really like that it comes in this cool anodized theme to me. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually why I got it. Was because I thought the anodized on it was cool. I never tried an Alpha razor before this. I've heard that they're really good and they were smooth. And I saw this one and I was like, oh, dude, gotta try it. You know, the anodize on it, it reminds me a lot of the Carbon. Carbon has a DeMarcus, I think that's how you say it, a DeMarcus steel one, that has a similar pattern. Obviously, it's done in a different way, I think. And it's way more expensive than this one. Ooh, I might have cut myself. I see a little ounce of blood in the lather right there, but I don't even feel it. Everything has felt so smooth. That's interesting. Even with the soap being super slick, like even me right now trying to make this slipperier, now it is pretty slippery, it's still very grippy. Like even with me forcing it to be more slippery, it's still quite a bit grippy. Another thing I like about this razor is the tabs. Tabs are hidden, so you don't have to worry about that when you want to adjust this. I like that on my razors. I don't like the razor tabs being shown because it's just one less thing I have to worry about when I'm shaving. And this is still super smooth right now. Like we're at probably a BBS right now. I was probably pretty close to BBS on that second pass, to be honest. And again, this is just, you know, a little bit of my soapbox, but this is why I love modern razors so much more than I love my vintage razors. And I'm so glad in 2022 that I decided to start trying modern razors and spending a little bit more money on some. Because this thing, it's just so much smoother, so much more efficient and better built than any of my old vintage razors are. Woo! Yeah, that's smooth, people. Okay, one thing I will say right now about the soap base is it's not the most, doesn't have the best post shave. Like right now, I don't feel the post shave is as good as like Declaration Grooming, A&E, or like Zingari Man. It's not bad, but it's not great, right? If you know, say if I would put Decoration Grooming, Zingari Man, and A&E at like a 10 out of post shave feel, I would put first line shave, so FLS, probably at a, right now, because I still have that little bit of water that kind of, you know, that water kind of re-energizes the slickness, which makes the post shave feel a little bit better. But right now, with you guys on this video, and it just sitting here fresh still like this, I would probably give it a 6 out of 10, right? Not bad, but not flawless. That little aftershave, again, I just love that bottle. I love how he does that. Like, you know, that's putting forth extra effort on his end. And I'm not really sure if that's really creating more sales for him, but I just think that extra effort is really cool that he does that. Tries to outsource a bottle that matches his labels, because you don't see anybody else doing that, and I think that's really kind of just one step further, make something cool. Also, if I remember right, I think he's a first responder, like a medic, and I really think that's cool because, you know, being a retired Marine, I think, you know, a company that's backing that first line of defense, and that kind of stuff in our community is just really cool, and I'm always down to support any veteran-owned companies, any companies that, like House of Mammoth, where they put part of the everything he sells, part of it goes back to charity. I love that. I'm going to support you. FLS, they do the same thing. I think a part of all of his sales goes back to a charity in the community. Don't quote me on that, but I think it does. I think he donates to veteran organizations, though. Talbot, when he was still in, part of each thing he sold went back to organizations that helped with land management and the environment. I think that's just so cool. The splash does bring up that scent probably by one level, so it's probably like an 8 now. It's a little sweeter than the soap, but still almost exactly the same scent. And the EDP, like I said, I used to have it, I don't have it anymore. Exact same scent. So the scent is the same throughout the whole soap, splash, and EDP. Again, the only reason I got rid of my EDP from this set was because I felt like it only lasted about an hour, hour and a half, and then I would have to spray it on me again to smell it. And living in an RV, like, I just don't have a lot of room, and if my cologne, if I'm having to spray it every hour, hour and a half, I don't want it in my collection. Same thing with the soap. If I'm not in love with the scent of the soap or the base, then I'm just going to move it. That went really well. I appreciate you guys coming along. We're going to do the cleanup now, though. So if you guys don't want to stick around for the cleanup, then by all means, check you guys out in the next video. You know, today we did use Illustrious Oud by First Line Shave. It's the 3.0 base, worked phenomenal. We had the matching splash. You know, we got the turn and shave H5 in this cool pour. We used the Alpha Outlaw Galaxy Evo Ti, phenomenal smooth shaver. But now we're gonna do a cleanup on video, just because I want to start getting better at these. And we're just putting a little bit of water on the face. And we do have a little bit of residual lather that was on the tub. And here we go. Same knot, same thing. And see, again, I just find this easier because it's already built, the lather. Like, so this way I don't have to bowl lather, because I have trouble building a lather because of the beard. So if I don't shave my head, I have to, like, bowl lather. You can see that. Obviously, it's not the same lather that was on my head. You can see it's a little like not as dense because, you know, we're right at the end of the shave. But it's still plenty of dense. Still plenty dense enough and slick enough for me to use as a cleanup. Again, especially me, like, I've noticed I can get away with just one swipe for my beard cleanup. You know, others of you might have to do a 3-pass cleanup for your beard. I don't have the thickest beard hair, is the thing. You know, when I used to shave my full face, I would have to do 3 passes to get a nice clean shave. Oh, man. Even on this cleanup, this is so nice. It just feels so much faster, easier, like it's gliding compared to that slim I was using. Like, it's just so much more enjoy. I'm enjoying this so much more. Even, like, better than that WSC razor. Like, this is just... See, like, this is a razor that I should keep. Like, this is why I like to use something for a week straight. And see, I need to get better at that. So I just kind of do like a J hook. And same thing on the other side. And wipe it away. And I don't know, maybe a new thing I need to do too is not try to get super close to that line with the DE, but maybe get kind of close, and then with a straight razor, kind of go back in when I still have that residual slickness, and then use the straight razor on that to really get in. But like I told you guys in the past, my biggest issue with cleaning up my beard is, you know, the soap is white, right? So it's kind of hard to see where my line is on the cheeks. So it's kind of hard. I always feel like I'm always afraid I'm going to cut more hair than I need to and start a new line, or that I'm not going to cut enough hair and I'm going to leave some hair. Okay. Oh yeah, look at all that. We still have all of that. Plenty of enough for a cleanup. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And I honestly think I could have just gotten away with 1 pass for the cleanup. But we're going to do 2 passes because we had enough cream in there. And again, man, this H5, such a beautiful knot, dude. Such a beautiful knot. It's just really light. It plush, but yet soft, but yet like not overly done. It's just such a great knot. And then on the cleanup pass, it depends. So usually the first pass I'll go up, which up is usually going with the grain for my style of hair for the most part, because down here my hair grows downwards, but the rest of it goes upwards. And then the second pass, usually what I would do is go across the grain on both sides. But as you just saw, I decided to go down And you can see right here, I think I did nick myself a little bit. And what I've noticed is it's kind of weird, but I used to be able to go against the grain when I would shave my whole face. Second pass, easily, with most razors. But now that I've grown a beard out, I notice I can't do it as easily. And that could have to do with something of I don't clean up my face beard every day. So maybe my skin's just not used to having a blade against it every day now. And I'm trying to get better with that, actually. I'm trying to start doing it every day, just so my skin gets more used to that cleanup. And then I just go opposite of the J this time. And then base is also working great for the cleanup on my face, as you can see. And again, I did cut myself a little bit right there, but I wouldn't contribute that to the base's fault as much as it was me going against the grain when I should have gone across. And I think we're good there. One thing I didn't do this time that it's a hit or miss. Sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I won't. Is these size pieces right here. Like this time I didn't do it, but oh well. Okay, let's wash that off. Use this little towel. Because I'm sure all of you guys that have beards also kind of have, especially me, I don't even have that thick of a beard or big of a beard, but sometimes, man, that soap just gets stuck in your hairs. Drying off the hands a little bit. Shake her back up. And we're going right back to a few drops in there. Beautiful scent. Ooh, yeah, we're burning. This is definitely an alcohol-based splash. And see what I told you guys, that like maybe my skin's just not used to being shaved that much. I didn't have any burn at all on the top of my head, but even over here where I didn't cut myself, it still burned. And that's why I gotta get better. I gotta just start probably cleaning up my beard every day. Maybe even if I don't want to do the cheeks, say every day, at least do the neck area every day, just so it gets used to it again. And that was good. Yeah, we have one little weeper right there, and I think a little tiny one on my Adam's apple, which even when I used to shave my full face, my Adam's apple was always my troubled area of, I would always get like a weeper. Just because, I don't know, I guess I have a bulky Adam's apple, I'm not sure. But that was great. You guys can see the cleanup, see what you guys think. I always feel like my line work is not the best looking in the world. I always used to think for a while there, I thought my left side always looked perfect and my right side always looked a little off. But lately I'm like, man, my right side looks really good. My left side looks a little off, but I think maybe it's just my left side has a little less hair thickness in the beard, so that's why maybe it looks a little off. But anyways, again, we already kind of did a recap earlier of what we utilized. I really appreciate you guys coming down for today's shave and watching me. As you guys could see, First Line Shave makes a great base. Highly suggest checking them out. And they have some really unique, interesting scents. And that's why Illustrious Oud, it's going nowhere. It's staying in my den. I like it. I enjoy it. All of the gear I use today, as of today, I would not move it. I would buy it 100% again. And to that end, cheers.